Welcome to Flashback, a recap of stories that made headlines during the week. We begin on Monday, where one ISWAP bomber maker, Modu Tafjid, and 3 other terrorists lost their lives in a shootout with troops of 25 Brigade, Operation Hadinkai in Komala village along Maiduguri-Damboa Road. According to a counterinsurgency expert in the Lake Chad region, the ISWAP fighters ambushed the troops who, alongside the civilian joint task force, repelled the attack. According to sources, the ISWAP fighters detonated an explosive on one of the patrol vehicles of the troops, which was followed by gunshots. The troops engaged in the ISWAP fighters in a heavy gun battle and defeated them. And also on Monday, the federal government said that it remains fully committed to completing the digital switch project before the expiration of the president's administration. And those were the words of the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, at the official signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Integrated Television Services Limited and NTA Star TV Network Limited.
The quest to switch Nigeria to digital broadcasting began since 2006. After missing 3 consecutive deadlines to completing the digital switchover project, the federal government is now set to break the jinx. At this event, the Integrated Television Services signs an MOU with NTA Star TV to further deepen signal penetration and also solidify the roadmap for the rollout of the digital switchover project. All stakeholders involved believe the signing of the MOU between the 2 parties is a game changer for the media industry and the economy.
The Memorandum of Understanding, which is in line with the government white paper on the transition from analog to digital terrestrial broadcasting in Nigeria, lays the foundation for a working relationship between the 2 entities to drive the rollout of the DSO in the country.
After signing this MOU, the requisite broadcast infrastructure that ensures a seamless digital switchover across Nigeria through digital terrestrial television (DTT), they will also introduce and adopt a simultaneous technique to integrate free TV content and NTS Star content free TV.
I hope we can work together like brothers to face the challenge in the future. So we'll do our best and build up this structure for the media, and we will provide all of the good programs and the content.
The NBC believes that the signing of the MOU will ensure transition of more than 30 million TV households to digital broadcasting. The Commission says it will also start a vigorous and comprehensive publicity plan for the digital switchover within a week.
And on Tuesday, electricity workers threatened to embark on an indefinite strike from Wednesday if their demands aren't met. The workers allege that the management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria is disregarding their conditions of service.
All is not well between electricity workers in Nigeria and their employer. After a 7-year lull, the federal government inaugurated a 14-man board of the Transmission Company of Nigeria in July with a mandate to ensure efficiency in the power sector. But the workers are not at ease with some of the steps being taken by the new board. This is one of the reasons for this peaceful protest.
Our entitlement was completed less 16 months, which was supposed to be paid to us. Now there was an agreement that the market operator in TCN is going to pay this money. Last week they told us they are not going to pay. They don't have the money to pay. So who pays the money?
Anybody that is a principal manager, you will not go for promotion or any written exam before you are giving assistant general manager. It depends on the vacancy, but they come, they say you must write exam, you must do interview, which is not in the career progression and then conditions of service signed by the union and the management.
Other issues on the front burner include the alleged stigmatization of former PHCN workers and non-payment of their 16 months entitlements. They say this protest, which has brought all activities of the company to a halt, is a prelude to what's to come.
This protest is nationwide. If our demands are not met, we don't get any concrete thing from government, tomorrow we will shut down.
All the TCN within Nigeria is under lock and key. If nothing is being done tomorrow, we are going to withdraw our service. It's no more locking the office. Everybody will stay at home. And that means there will be total shutdown.
The workers also called for the implementation of the Electricity Reform Act.
Well, still on Tuesday, President Muhammadu Buhari inaugurated the End Malaria Council in line with the African Union Assembly Declaration. The president said eradicating malaria will save Nigeria from the estimated economic burden totaling about 687 billion naira in 2022 and 2 trillion naira by 2030.
The inauguration of this council brings Nigeria closer to contributing to the reduction in the cases of malaria worldwide. According to the latest World Malaria Report published by the World Health Organization in December last year, there were an estimated 241 million malaria cases and 627,000 malaria deaths. Currently, Nigeria has the highest number of cases among the 4 African countries that account for just over half of all malaria deaths worldwide. President Muhammadu Buhari wants the newly inaugurated End Malaria Council to turn the tide and cause a drastic drop in the number of malaria cases and deaths. He also says this will save the country more than 2 trillion naira by 2030.
The End Malaria Council will provide a platform to advocate for more funding to protect and sustain progress made so far by our country.
For Aliko Dangote, he accepts the challenge and the responsibility to lead the fight against malaria in a country that is the worst hit.
And on Wednesday, electricity workers suspended their industrial action. Their decision to suspend the strike for 2 weeks was part of the outcome of an emergency meeting summoned by the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige. And at the end of the 3-hour-long meeting, the workers agreed to suspend the industrial action, which has thrown the country into a total blackout. The workers expressed optimism that the government will listen to their demands and prioritize their welfare and well-being. Well, still on Wednesday, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, paid a courtesy visit to the former President Olusegun Obasanjo at his Presidential Library Hilltop residence in Abeokuta. Well, both leaders afterwards held a closed-door meeting which lasted for more than 2 hours before the APC presidential candidate left for the Artisans Day event held at the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta.
It was designed to be a private visit by the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is now an elder statesman. But the situation changed at the OOPL as party supporters stormed the venue of the meeting to show their love for him. He was accompanied to the meeting by Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, PC Akonde, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, the governor of the state, MKO Abiola, former Governor Segun Oshoba, Benga Daniel, and other notable leaders of the party. He was warmly welcomed by the former president, who took him and those on his entourage to the inner hall. Journalists were prevented from the meeting, which lasted for more than 2 hours, and sources within the meeting say it was a cordial one, as the APC candidate had his lunch at Obasanjo's place. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and his team later proceeded to the MKO Abiola Stadium, where artisans in the state celebrated their day. He noted that he was not in the state to campaign, but to just greet and pray for them to be successful in their endeavors.
And we are glad with all the support that you are giving. The campaign is not started yet. I'm just here to greet you, say hello, and God bless you. God bless Ogun State. God bless Nigeria. God bless your children, all of you. Thank you.
You are indeed lucky artisans. This will be His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Tinubu first official visit to anywhere after he won the primaries of APC. So you are indeed very lucky.
His visit to Ogun State, though not planned to be an elaborate one, turned massive, and many residents, associations, and groups expressed their love for him.
Now, the Lagos state government on Thursday extended the ban on commercial motorcycles in 4 more local government areas and 6 local council development areas. This was a phase 2 of the total ban on Okada operations in the state, and this new ban will take effect from the 1st of September.
They are like bees in a honeycomb. Their activities have been a cause for worry for residents and the government, especially high increase in accidents and robbery. And now, the Lagos state government says the reduction in Okada accidents since the ban of operations of commercial motorcycle in 6 local government areas and 9 local council development areas on the 1st of June is the reason to further extend to other parts of the state.
Number 1, Kuto local government with the following LCDAs: Ikusi Isheri LCDA and Abeokuta LCDA. Oshodi Solo local government with Isolo LCDAs and Ejibo LCDAs. Shomolu local government with Bariga LCDA, Bushi local government with Oti Olowo LCDA.
Apologies for that error. Well, finally, on Friday, Chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, disclosed that the Nigerian mission in UAE is in contact with stranded Nigerians in Dubai and have begun profiling them.
We are in Dubai Immigration Deportation Center.
These Nigerians stranded at the holding center in Dubai reached out on Thursday requesting to be evacuated. They claim their efforts at reaching the Nigerian embassy has not yielded results. Chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission says the consulate has reached out to them and that more will be known about the status of the stranded Nigerian nationals once they get profiled.
They are right now in the holding center and they are being profiled. Some of them have passports, some of them don't have passports. There are some children that actually have no form of identification. Some don't even remember the names with which they entered the country originally. So they need to be profiled. And then some actually, it's also important to ensure that some are not have committed a crime and are trying to just run away.
Nigerians in the UAE have lately been in the news for negative reasons, and this is a source of concern. She appeals to the Nigerians to be good ambassadors of the country and always be of the best behavior once outside the shores of Nigeria, as she assures of the good bilateral relations between Nigeria and the UAE.
There's no problem with the bilateral relations between Nigeria and the UAE. The problem is with us and our behavior. And we need to tell ourselves the home truth. We need to behave properly. And you see, the bad ones will always spoil the good.
The total number of Nigerians stranded at the deportation camp in Dubai has not been ascertained until the profiling is completed. The Nigerian mission will then advise on the next step of action. These recent happenings only underscore the importance of migrating with proper documents if need be to travel.